Hello, everybody. Good morning, and good afternoon, and good evening. Hope you guys are having a fantastic day. My name is Tom, and I am the American Patriot, and this is the American Patriot Podcast. I don't know if you tuned into my live. This is just a pre-recorded video. I am getting ready, and I am on my stream now just to see that it actually went through. So again, I hope you guys are having a fantastic day. Hope you guys are doing well. Don't know what you're up to, but get ready for some crazy shenanigans because this world is going all over the place. As many of you know, if you are tuning in from any other sources, I'm also on YouTube, American Patriot Podcast, and my chat name on here is USN Vet 0811. I'm typically watching LFA. If anyone tuned in from LFA, thank you so much. Hope you had a great day. Hope you enjoyed it. I know there was a lot of technical difficulties going on in my live stream earlier, but hopefully some of that gets taken care of and it doesn't mess with the whole system, really. Doesn't mess with everything. I know I had a lot of background noise in the beginning, a lot of things going on that really weren't, you know, intended, or I hope that didn't happen, but sometimes you just can't figure everything out all at once. But yeah, I'm actually currently rewatching my stream, so I'm gonna cut the volume here to see what happens. Um, it's still counting up, which is weird. I don't get it. Alright, well, I'm gonna just close Rumble out and see what happens. Because I know on my computer it says that my stream is done and it's offline. Um, I think I'm gonna set up another stream for tomorrow. Streaming slots are being used. What do you mean they're being used? And the live stream. Oh yeah, there we go. So I finally ended my live stream. Ha! Replay is being prepared. Okie dokie. Alright, so as you see, I'm still figuring things out here on the Rumble site. I'm still figuring out the streaming stuff. OBS. I feel like I got the gist of it. The issue I had in the beginning was really my aux cable here. I gotta find a new one. I don't know if it's the cable or the connections or the fact that this box is probably cheap as heck. But I have this little you know, sound box and it makes a lot of cool sounds. Let's see if I can get it to go. I don't know if anybody heard that, but they have and cheer, they have laughter, they have gunshots, they have a bunch of stuff. And I got it off Amazon, and it was fairly cheap. This whole setup, the mic, the arm, this little sound box here. So I gotta figure out how to set up my desk so it can stay in one place. I'm trying to figure that out as I go. Unfortunately, it may not be the best option to just figure things out as you go. You might want to figure things out before you do things, but we'll get there at some point. Um, but when I first used it, I didn't have any issues. Everything was great. You know, recorded, I got it set up, I didn't have any feedback, and now I'm getting feedback. I'm getting a lot of feedback for no reason. I'm getting, different noises and scratchiness, and they can't even hear me. Like, I had to literally talk into the mic directly into it, like this, in order to even hear my voice over the crazy background noise, and it made it worse. So that's why I have the little connection out, and I'm just using the headphones and the mic, and that's about it. So, turn this up. My headphones are now noise canceling. I turned it on just now, so I can hear myself a little better. But otherwise, it's really not that bad of a system. It does the job. I wish I could just get it to be a little bit better. I might have to, blow out the connections and the ports or whatever and clean them out. But that might be part of the problem. Who knows? Figure it out, between now and tomorrow evening. But I just want to come on here for a few more minutes just to kind of um, do a little overview. So, for those of you who may not know me, my name is Tom. I'm born and raised in New York. I live on Long Island, specifically Suffolk County, but that's neither here nor there. Try to stay away from eating junk food, but I had a craving. And coffee is a necessity. Mm-mm-mm. However, I'm going to try to get this to work because if I connect this aux to the computer and to this little device, it will play things from my computer. What are defaults? No, that's it. Buffering. Alright. I mean, because audio, video capture. I think I can also switch to screen too. So if I'm screen recording, I can go to the screen and show things. Again, I definitely have to take that class on this on Allison.com. I definitely got to get involved more into learning things before I just do them. Scale to window. What is this? Canvas 1920. Whoa, how are we doing? Okay, yeah, scale the window. I guess I can. Oh, that's what it is. Yeah. Guess I can enhance the video feed and make it bigger. All I gotta do is drag that down. Yay, I'm getting bigger. Alright, well, I am, again, figuring things out as I go. Trying to get this more on a consistent basis to record and live stream and all that stuff. I'm gonna try to do another one at some point. But I want to get cleaned up. Did a little reorganizing in the room today. Basically, everything is either on this side in front of me or on that side. There's nothing against these walls, obviously. So the bed is over there, um, to my left. And then over to my right is closets. And there's a little wall in the middle. I had a little, cabinet thing. I moved it. Um, Finally moved my air fryer and my Keurig near my window because there's an outlet there that is on its own circuit. It seems that, the electrician of the house had the bright idea of wiring every single thing in this room except one on the same damn circuit. So, initially, if I was running my air fryer and I wanted to make coffee, I forgot the air fryer was on, or I stopped it, and then I brewed coffee, and then I closed the door by accident on the air fryer because I'm OCD as fuck. Then, pop goes the breaker. So, Definitely not gonna let that happen again. So I finally moved everything, and God willing, that won't happen anymore. But right now, I'm going to wrap this up just by saying, look, this is going to be a very uncut, uncensored podcast. I mean, it can be a million things, or it can be one thing that I scream about for an hour. There's so much news coming in, and a lot of it I'm getting from LFA. I watch LFA TV every day, Monday to Friday. They have streams from 8 a.m. all the way through the evening, 8 to 8 or 9 p.m. And I try to watch them all, especially with the finance guy in the morning. I try to learn that stuff. But, um, you know, it's gonna take time to get used to this podcasting stuff. And for me to get set up, like Jeremy said to me when I asked him about, hey, how do I get set up podcasting? How do I get, all that together? Is it, something I can do fairly quickly? He said obviously it's difficult, it takes time, and he's gonna be consistent with it. So I'm gonna try very hard to do all that because my mind wanders, and sometimes I wake up and I feel like I got ran down by a fucking steamroller and I can't get out of bed. But God willing, that'll change, and this year will get me everything I need and more. But in effort to make this as simplistic as possible and as short as possible, I want to say that while Trump has done a lot, there's a lot more to do. Bondi needs to get her head out of her ass and realize that our rights are limitless, Miss Bondi. They are not limited, they are limitless. Because she said they're not limitless, but they are. She needs to be educated. Um, Cash, too. I mean, I haven't heard much from him in a while either, so I don't know what the hell he's doing. Hegseth, don't really hear much about him except this attack on the signal chat bullshit, whatever the fuck that was. And then Trump, you know, you don't hear much about two-way and rights and them actually doing anything. Just, oh, we created a task force. Cool, what the fuck are you doing? You know, with all the tech we have, you should be updating us every second of every fucking day, Bondi. You too, Donny Boy. All of you. I mean, we should have every media outlet, private podcasters up to mainstream media, streaming the fucking White House every fucking second of every day. And something comes out, like there should be shit all the fucking time. For at least the next 3 or 4 months. Get shit done. Start working. If you're not gonna do work Congress, you're fucking fired. Get the fuck out. End of story. Other thing, this country has gone so far to hell because these elite dirtbags, for nearly a century, took God out of the country. They took the Bibles out of schools. They stopped allowing them anywhere. They stopped. People get arrested for praying in front of fucking Planned Parenthood. Excuse me. What happened to freedom of religion, freedom of speech, freedom of... Go fuck yourself, you can't touch me, cop. But no, you're pulling somebody off of property. Sorry, not off the property, off the sidewalk, off of a public sidewalk. Pulling somebody off a public sidewalk in handcuffs because they're praying in front of a Planned Parenthood. That's disgraceful. Then you have today, Trump honoring the veterans. And I hear the woman, the wife of a veteran, say, yeah, they asked, this gentleman, my husband's friend, if he still was hurt enough for a wheelchair. The man had no fucking legs. Of course he needs a wheelchair, you stupid fucking idiots. The VA should be ashamed of themselves, and they should give this man like $1 million a day for the rest of his life. Every fucking vet should get $1 million a day for the rest of their fucking lives. You serve this country, you get everything from the fucking government. I mean, not even $1 million a day. That's a lot of fucking money. They can do it, sure as hell, but even $1 million a month. That's it. Every fucking veteran, if you served honorably, I don't care if you did just 2 years or 20 years. If you served in a combat zone, if you were deployed, then you get $1 million a month. Hence, the government paying you for your time in service and helping you live your life of freedom because you fucking earned it. Every veteran in this country should not have to work ever again if they don't want to. I don't care if you served just 2 fucking years in the military and you deployed 4 times and got shot at and lost a leg. You're getting everything for fucking free. I don't care if you got deployed to a deployable unit and during training your ass got fucking hurt or you got sick because whatever and your unit deploys and you're part of that unit and you didn't deploy because you were sick or you got injured during training, it still fucking counts. When you separate from the military, you can have never gone overseas to deploy, join the Navy, and never deploy on a deployment ever, and you're just on the ship all the time at the base. It's still serving your country because you're actively ready to deploy at a moment's notice. So I don't care if you were over in Afghanistan fighting, getting shot at every day, or if you were sitting here in Virginia Beach or, SoCal or Pearl Harbor, going to the ship every day, Monday to Friday, like it's a regular work day, because you're an extended dry dock, because your ship needs extensive repairs. If your ship was in need of extensive repairs, you were an extended dry dock, and shit hit the fan, you would be assigned to another command to deploy if necessary. That's how the shit works. That's why every veteran who served honorably at the minimum required service time of 2 years, or rather 180 days, is all you need to get veteran status and keep your uniforms. Then you should be given everything. Yes, you should be encouraged to work, but also they should have a VTT, a Veteran Transition Team, or a SMTT, a Service Member Transition Team, helping service members transition from military service back into the civilian sector. Whereas these agencies are paid on the government dime, on governmentally funded on the federal level. If they have places in the states, they have a small percentage of state funding available. But these organizations should be tasked with assisting veterans in placing them in jobs, getting them hired, getting them established, and also the military pay scale needs to change, and you shouldn't, you know, not have money after you separate because you need time to find a job. If you sign up for 4 years, you serve 4 years in the military. Let's say January 1st of fucking 2026, you ship out to basic and you get there January 1st. That's your official first day in service. Training is counted into your service record. Let's say 4 years later, you're separating. That's your separation date. Let's say you hit E7, okay? You're chief of the Navy or whatever the fuck the Marines and Army are, I don't know. You should be paid for one entire year after separation. Meaning, if you're making, I don't know, 100,000 a year, I mean, they don't make that much, but they should. You make $120,000 a year in E7, which is not what they make, but they should make. That or more, realistically. Military personnel, law enforcement, firefighters, EMS, those should be the fucking millionaires. Not these fucking athletes or politicians, but beside the point. Yeah, if you serve this country, your base salary at E1 should be $250,000. This way, when you separate as an E7, you'll be making a few million a year. And therefore, you have money together. And if you're smart, you would have saved up 80% of it over the course of the time in service. But either way, you should be given 6 months to 1 year's pay after separation to help transition back into civilian life, to help, get things you need, and to help find employment or build a business or whatever you need in the first year. So, I mean, say you start E1s at 80 grand a year and you increase them, you know, $10,000 each time they rank up. It's 80, 90, 100, 110. So is it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 is 60, 80, 90, 100, 40, and then you get performance bonuses, $140,000. Oh, cool. After a couple of years. And then for longevity purposes, maybe, after your 10th year in service, doubles. But I would say start E1s at 120,000 a year. Increase from there by 20 to 30 grand each year if you rank up. You know, E1 to E3 is kind of like a gimme. Testing and stuff is for E4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 different in most branches. I know the Navy had tests for a lot of shit. But even so, you come in, basic training, you're at 80,000 a year. Salary based for first 15th of the month. You're in E1, okay? If you make E2, then you're increased to 100. You make E3, then you're at 120. You make E4, you're at 150. Once you make E5, you're at 180. E6, you're at 200 and something thousand. 210. E7, you're at 240. E8, you're at 270. E9, that's 300,000 a year. That's a reasonable salary for a service member. And the same should be done for the police force. Structure would be different, obviously, because the ranking system is different. But it should be very similar. Same with officers. Officers, you took time to go to school, maybe you were enlisted, the officer, whatever. But if you're going straight officer, okay, they get the top secret shit. They need to make some serious fucking money. They should start at $300,000 as an O1, an ensign, then LT, Lieutenant JG, junior grade, lieutenant, captain. I'm doing Navy ranks because it's different in the Army and the Marine Corps. Navy Coast Guards are very similar. But either way, even if you start your ensigns at $150,000 a year, I mean, if they were a E3 or E4 or even E5, they still weren't that close to that number. Maybe start them at 200. Start your ensigns at 200K a year and $50,000 increases each time they rank up. Officers gotta make some serious money because they have the clearances, they have all the shit to do. But it doesn't discredit the enlisted because they're the ones carrying out the missions. The officers are the ones overseeing and basically dictating what they do, giving the order. So they gotta do something, making money that they can thrive, not just barely survive. And, that's how I feel. And I feel that's how a lot of people feel. If you go and ask around, there will be so many people that agree. But anyway, I'm so shot. I'm exhausted. I want to get some sleep, so I'm going to sign off. But thank you all for tuning in. We have a great day. And stay tuned for tomorrow. It'll be a little bit better tomorrow because I won't have to fuck with technical shit. I'll play around with it tomorrow morning so I don't mess with it tomorrow night. But in the words of Jeremy Harrell, there are right ways and wrong ways, and only one Yahweh. To stay focused on God because you're a child of God. No weapon against you will ever prosper. Stay focused, stay blessed. God bless, and Godspeed.